I fired another lady. It's the second time that I fire, or let go of a private worker. I'm diagnosed with autism level 3. I don't speak, which is why you hear my iPad talking. I need support at home, and out in the community, which we don't really do yet because going places has been nearly impossible, but that's a different story. So, there's lots of ladies coming to see me at home. It's great, but also dangerous. Being able to type is great, but it doesn't fix all communication issues. I feel like I can only write 20% of my thoughts. The other 80% of my world is unknown to you. So, it's you who speak to me endlessly, and I can't do anything else but listen. It can take me 2 months or more to process information, or to gather up my words. So, in the moment itself, I know that something bothers me, but I just endure, until I can't endure anymore. The endurance might last weeks. And when I can't endure anymore, that's when I reach my breaking point and the processing begins. So, no, in the moment itself, I often can't tell you, with written words, this hurts me, or you are overwhelming me. Maybe I could say it 2 months later, but not in the moment itself. That's why the workers need to be very attuned to me, and any signs of distress, which you can't do if you're always on your phone. Also, sometimes, I'm not realizing that something or someone is hurting me. I'm not realizing the impact that it will have on me, in the long term. So, during the processing, when my words come, that's when I realize, oh, that wasn't okay. In the moment itself, I may not be able to do this. I may not know in the moment that it's not okay, such as the worker always being on her phone for personal things. I was just trying not to disturb her. She was busy making a doctor's appointment, or texting about her granddaughter, or sending email to the company that was getting her AC delivered in Florida, etc. She was doing paperwork, elsewise she would forget. She would say, I have to do this, and I take things literally, so I thought I shouldn't bother her. I thought she really had to do those things. But, now I'm thinking, why not do these things when she's at home, or take the shift off to do these things, come when you're available. My mom works, but sometimes she takes a half day off to do personal things that she must do. Why couldn't this lady do the same? Why did she need to do her personal things during my shifts? That's like wasting my time. Also, she was on her phone. I went outside. She didn't follow me. She just kept being on her phone. I must have been outside alone, a good 15 minutes or so. What if I would have left the yard? She would have panicked. 15 minutes. I could have been far by the time she would have noticed I'm gone. The other thing is that, after years of being taught to obey and comply, and listen, I'm left with no skills to stand up for myself. I don't know how, since it's not being taught to me. The only thing that I get taught, even if it's not purposefully taught, is to obey, listen, mask, hide how you feel, suppress, and let others be in charge. Very often people with severe developmental disabilities, or special needs, are taught to obey, listen, and we always get told no. No, don't do this, don't do that, don't go there, don't touch, etc. We even get told no about things that are not even harmful. However, if we try to stand up and say no, you guys don't let us. It's like if a cat growls and hides under the bed to not go to the vet, you will pick up the cat anyways, regardless, so it's like that for us. Now, a support worker's job is to expand our world, not restrict and diminish our world. We are already restricted as it is. This lady didn't want me to go in this trail, which I'm allowed in. It's in my yard. She didn't want me in that trail, and she didn't want me to walk in the mud in that trail. And on the hills, she would say, "Too many branches, come the other way, you should have shoes on." This was overwhelming and annoying. It's fun for me to go through branches and try to figure out a way through. She took the fun out of it. And it's good for problem-solving skills. I'm usually always bare feet. It's not hurting me. Although sometimes I walk on plants or rocks, or ants that hurts, but I heal. It's not a big deal to be bare feet, and it's good for sensory input. So, here, Andy is filming me. And you'll see shortly that a red ant bit my foot. But I didn't even get swollen. And there was a bee or wasp around me, and it didn't bite me. I'm outside bare feet every day. I get bitten real good by mosquitoes. Sometimes, ants bite me, and a bee bit me a few years ago. Last year, a plant cut my skin open, but it healed. So, yes, there's natural dangers outside, but it's better than being addicted to video games, which I do not play. Kids should be out more. But how can they be out if adults around say don't touch this, don't touch that, there's too many branches, ants bite, put on shoes, etc. All the bugs and animals don't wear shoes, and don't play video games. And they're doing fine. Okay, look, the red ant bit me. Well, it was black with red. Does that count as a red ant? I was trying to push it off my foot, but it wouldn't come off. I had to pinch it with my index finger and thumb and take it off this way. I picked up the red ant and threw it away. I'm not dead, I survived. And as for the mud issue, well, I don't know what scared that lady, but when my other worker was here and I walked in the mud in that trail, guess what? I survived. And afterwards, back at home, I sat on the bathtub and washed off the mud, and guess what? The mud came off. Genius. I'm a real genius. I know that mud comes off if I wash my feet. I wrote posts on Facebook about my problems with this lady. Without naming her, of course, but by generalizing it. This way, it's a kind way. In this video, I will read these posts to you. Post 1. Phones are damaging us. Phones are distracting us. Too many people are trying to stay in touch and connect with everyone through social media, or texting or constant phone calls, while at the same time ignoring or forgetting about the people around them, right beside them, trying so hard to connect. Why must we be in constant contact with everyone else and strangers on the internet, rather than of the people right beside us? When I was little, we had a bit of technology, 90s early 2000s, but it wasn't at all like it is today. We would play with the Super Nintendo, grey rectangular controllers, on Friday nights or Saturdays, but that's it. Technology was a treat. We almost never played on the computer. iPads didn't exist. Cell phones were starting, but not everyone had them. We were outside in our yard, or at the park with kids from school. We were getting dirty by sitting in the rocks or sand. We played in the mud. Today, kids are already addicted to screens, before even starting kindergarten. Today, there's very little socializing outside of social media, or texts. No wonder people are depressed. They seek to connect, but never get there. The connections are not real but virtual. It's hard for me as an autistic person to try to connect with people that are glued to their phones. Since I don't talk, they often don't recognize the signs of me trying to connect. Perhaps a few minutes away from their phones would help them to not miss out on my connecting attempts. God, cats, rabbits, horses, dogs, autistic kids, kids with special needs, often communicate in silence, or with the smallest, tiniest gesture, that would require you to be away from your phone to notice. Learn to take breaks. Learn to go without your phones. Learn to not be scared to let kids or animals walk in the mud, even if it makes you uncomfortable. Mud is better for kids than screens. Let go of your own anxiety, that makes you control the behaviors of others, behaviors that are harmless, such as walking in the mud. Instead of saying no to mud, and saying no to being bare feet in the yard, say no to your own screen usage. Don't let yourselves get too distracted. Use your phones wisely for what is necessary. The rest of the time enjoy the people or animals around you. Enjoy the grass and mud under your feet. Enjoy unusual paths that autistic kids or animals may be acting to bring you on. Life on Earth is too short. People and animals around you won't be there forever. Why wait until you reach eternity to connect with those around you, when you could do that now? Phones are damaging us. Phones are separating us and restricting us. Phones are causing turmoil, addictions, depression, lack of true socializing. Let's repair this damage together. We can overcome this. Share if you like. Post 2. Okay, I want to tell you guys something else. I find it interesting that many non-autistic people, neurotypical, have difficulty understanding clear, precise, direct, literal information. If something is said directly instead of indirectly, they may miss out on the message. This makes me feel like neurotypicals are dumb. For example, if I say that I want to be with my cats, I really literally mean that I want to be with my cats. It's nothing against you personally, and I may very well like you, and enjoy your presence at other times, but right now it's cat time. But unfortunately neurotypicals take it personally and assume. An assumption is a guess. And they assume the worst. They get anxious and stormy in their minds. But I said clearly directly, I want to be with cats. Why do they assume everything else that I haven't said? Don't hear what I didn't say. Anyways, this type of behaviors from them is a red flag to me. If I need a break, or need to be with cats, or can't connect or socialize, they automatically assume that I want nothing to do with them anymore. And well, this type of behavior, taking it personally instead of just giving me time to recharge, will really push me away. Not because I didn't like you, but because you were showing me that you don't understand that I need a break, for now. So, then yes, I will avoid you. I don't need in my circle people who take everything personally. So to be more specific, the day that my cat was put down, I wanted to cancel all other shifts for the week. I directly told her it was to be with Kaylee. I thought she understood because she repeated it, to be with Kaylee. I said yes. But later my mom asked me why I had cancelled. So maybe she texted my mom. Why were my words not good enough? Why did she had to go text my mom? And later she texted me that she thought I didn't want to see her anymore. Lady, aren't you dumb? I said it was to be with Kaylee, and you even repeated it. So, where's the problem? Really, lady? You're gonna use the day that my cat passed away to reveal your own insecurities.